So there's a lot of useful knots in the world. Rope is a very valuable thing to human existence. It has been for a long time. And rope is especially useful when you know how to tie it into nice, tight, fast knots that will hold and not come loose. So the one that I'm going to introduce you to today was introduced to me by an awesome brother named Critter in the primitive skills scene, and he introduced it to me as the jug sling. And it's designed for holding any kind of a bottle that has a little bit of a lip for the string to catch to. As long as your bottle has some kind of a lip, this knot will work great and hold your bottle very tight, very secure. I'll even take this knot and I'll swing my bottle in circles without any fear of it coming loose from the knot. So you start out with your string. Here's the end of it, and you fold it down, fold it in half, so that you get this big kind of U-turn shape. And you take that upside down U and you fold it over, so you get these two little mouse ears. And then you take the mouse ears, you put the right side, this side, over top of the left side, and you get this little pretzel shape. You can see how much it resembles a pretzel. And so I pinch it with my right hand on the bottom intersection of the pretzel. Then you take the bottom, this part here, and you go under to the left, over, under, and then over. And then what you're left with is this shape. Now this is the new shape that we're working with. It's kind of a interesting sort of little Celtic knot sort of scenario. And if you look close, this top string is to the back. So you start with the top string that's on the back and you fold it so that it becomes the bottom, so that it comes down here. And then you take the next top string, which is on the front, and you fold it forwards so that that comes to the bottom. Now you're working with this shape. You've got that little kind of noose, and you slip that over top of your bottle, and you pull it tight. That is the jug sling. And now to finish it off, in order to turn this into a shoulder strap that we can use to sling our jug over our shoulder, over my shoulder, you do a bowline, which you take this string here and you fold it over so that the bottom comes over the top, and you've got this little loop. And you take the tail of this one and you go over the top and in. Then you go over the top of this string and back through the hole. I kind of left the tail a little bit shorter than I like to, but it'll work. And then you just pull that tight. Oh, might need to rework this a little bit so that I get more of a tail, but we'll see. I think I can do it. So there's your loop. You go over and into the hole, over, under, around, and back through. And the bowline is a very useful knot for tying a fast loop, what they call a fast loop. So that's a loop that will not slip, unlike a slip knot where you'll where it'll slip if you pull on it. Yep, I think I left my tail a little too short. But there's the jug sling for you, and then you don't necessarily need to tie off that tail. It just kind of helps to center the weight. So then I usually finish off the jug sling by slipping it through, and then here's your shoulder strap, and you can adjust it to any length you want. And then I tie it off here by doing a slippery sheet bend, they call it. So I just pull the string through, then I wrap it around and pull the loop through and pull it tight. And now you can carry your bottle around. And it's a very strong knot. It'll hold tight. Hope that at least gets you started. There's lots of awesome books on knots that you can get, and I'm sure there's a bunch of other much better YouTube videos out there that you could watch to learn this little trickery. But you'll know that you got it right if you've got the two strings on each side being pinched top and bottom. See how these are in the middle? It's got a string on the bottom and a string on the top pinching it in place. And then same on this side, string on the top, string on the bottom pinching it into place. Peace and love, world.